Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. You said, concert on Friday, October 24, the first night of the International Festival. Tickets are $21 online or $25. The small Louisiana town of Lafayette was alive with anticipation as the calendar turned to Friday, October 24. It was the opening night of the International Festival, an annual celebration that blended music, history, and cultural pride into one unforgettable weekend. For weeks, colorful posters had decorated street corners, advertising the much-awaited concert that would kick off the festivities. Tickets were just $21 online and $25 at the gate, but everyone in town knew that the value of the evening went far beyond its price. For 17-year-old Elise, this night was more than just a concert. It was the beginning of a personal transformation. Elise was born and raised in Louisiana, but had always struggled to feel connected to her roots. Her grandparents often told stories of resilience, of ancestors who had endured exile and hardship before finding new life in Louisiana, but Elise never felt she truly belonged to that legacy. To her, they were simply stories, distant echoes of the past. That Friday night, however, would change everything. The festival atmosphere, as the sun dipped low in the sky, Elise walked hand in hand with her best friend, Marissa, toward the festival grounds. The air buzzed with excitement. Vendors were setting up food stalls, selling fried pies, gumbo, and dusted with powdered sugar. Children ran with balloons in hand, their laughter filling the crisp October air. Lanterns hung from poles, casting a warm glow that made the entire field feel like a small village from another time. The stage stood tall at the center of it all, draped in red, white, and blue lights, with musicians tuning their instruments in the background. The crowd slowly swelled as families, couples, and groups of friends gathered, eager for the music to begin. For Elise, the moment carried more weight than anyone around her could imagine. She had been battling self-doubt for months. Her dream was to become a singer, yet she constantly convinced herself that she wasn't talented enough, that her voice didn't matter. She had even stopped singing in the church choir, embarrassed by what she thought was a lack of skill. Tonight, she hoped the festival's music might reignite her passion, or at least remind her of the joy she once felt when singing. The music begins when the concert started. The first band, a local Cajun group, filled the night with lively accordion melodies and fiddle rhythms. People clapped, stomped their feet, and danced in pairs, their movements echoing traditions passed down through generations. Elise felt her heart pound in sync with the music. For the first time in months, she caught herself humming along. As the evening continued, other performers took the stage, each one showcasing not only talent, but also the unique spirit of resilience and joy. Midway through the night, the headlining act appeared. A well-known singer-songwriter named Lucien. He was an older man with silver hair and a voice that carried both strength and tenderness. Before beginning his set, Lucien addressed the crowd. "My friends, this festival is not just about music. It is about remembering who we are, where we came from, and where we are going. Our ancestors faced exile, loss, and hardship, but they carried with them songs of hope, of love, of survival. Tonight, let us carry those songs forward." His words struck Elise deeply. She felt as though he were speaking directly to her. Elise's moment of courage. As Lucien sang, Elise felt a lump form in her throat. The lyrics spoke of longing for home, of family, and of strength during dark times. Without realizing it, tears streamed down her face. Marissa noticed and squeezed her hand. "Are you okay?" she asked softly. Elise nodded. I think I finally understand." In that moment, Elise realized that music wasn't just about hitting perfect notes or impressing others. It was about connection. It was about telling stories, carrying traditions, and inspiring hope. Her grandparents' stories suddenly came alive in her heart. She wasn't just a girl in the crowd. She was part of a long line of people who had used their voices to survive and to celebrate life. As the concert neared its end, something unexpected happened. Lucian invited volunteers from the audience to join him for the final song, a traditional hymn passed down for centuries. Elise froze. Her heart pounded. Could she do it? Marissa nudged her. Go. This is your chance. With trembling hands, Elise made her way to the stage. She wasn't alone. About 10 other people joined, from children to grandparents. The spotlight felt blinding, and for a brief moment, Elise wanted to run. But then the music began. Lucian strummed his guitar, and the crowd hushed. Elise closed her eyes and let the words flow. Her voice was shaky at first, but with each note, it grew stronger, more confident. Soon, she wasn't just singing, she was soaring. Her voice blended with the others on stage, rising into the night like a prayer. When the final note faded, the audience erupted in applause. Elise opened her eyes and saw thousands of smiling faces, clapping and cheering. She wasn't invisible anymore. She had found her place. After the concert that night, Elise's life changed. Strangers came up to her after the show, praising her courage and beautiful voice. Even Lucian himself shook her hand and said, "Never stop singing, child. The world needs voices like yours." On the walk home, Elise felt lighter than she had in years. The doubt that once weighed her down was gone, replaced by a fire inside her heart. She understood now that her dream wasn't foolish, it was a calling. The legacy of the festival in the weeks that followed, Elise rejoined her church choir, began performing at local community events, and even started writing her own psalms inspired by her heritage. Her family noticed the change in her. She carried herself with newfound confidence, proud of who she was and where she came from. The International Festival had given her more than just a night of music. It had given her a sense of identity and purpose. She realized that just like her ancestors, she too could face challenges with resilience and courage. Every October after that, Elise made it a tradition to return to the festival. No matter where life took her, she remembered that magical Friday night when a $21 ticket had opened the door to her destiny. A universal message. Elise's story reminds us all that sometimes the smallest decisions, like attending a concert, can spark the greatest transformations. The International Festival wasn't just about entertainment. It was about reminding people of their roots, their strength, and their potential. Music has the power to heal, to unite, and to awaken parts of ourselves we didn't even know were asleep. For Elise, it was the bridge between doubt and confidence, between past and future. So the next time you hesitate to pursue your dream, remember the story of the young girl who found her voice on a festival stage. Sometimes, all it takes is one moment of courage to change the course of a lifetime.